Kaboom! There goes your tower. Watch it crumble, feel the power. Harry Tinkle's in the game, no escape. Time to face your fate. There's no debate.
Hello, unnamed fanbase. Welcome back to another video. As you can tell, we are talking about Harrytwinkle2929, a sensation that has been taking over Roblox lately. And with it comes some rabbit holes of lore, including 2 movies, a whole musical career, many people claiming to be Harry, and a show. So for a video, I will try and sum up all of this lore. Wish me luck, guys, and let's dive into Harrytwinkle2929. Now, if you don't know already, which might be the majority of you, then Harry Twinkle is an interesting thing to say the least. Judging by the obscure name Harry Twinkle, you can most likely tell this is a somewhat troll account. And you would be for the most part right. Harry at his core is just a troll not to be taken seriously. Now, what is he most known for, you might ask? Well, that would be him being an absolute beast at the game Doomspire Brick Battle, and his song Kaboom being really popular. Harry also has a group of Doomspire pros called the Twinkles. The Twinkles consist of many, but the most important for right now are Periwinkle, Harry's right-hand man, Awesome Thug Hunter, one of the best at Doomspire, and Harry Towman, who is kinda just there. And yes, those are their real usernames. Those won't be the only ones appearing in the movies and show, but those are ideally the main ones. Now, you gotta also know that Harry holds his music career very dearly, using it in montages and such. That's really the basics of Harrytwinkle in general. If I missed anything, I am sorry, and please comment below. Now let's get into the movies. Now for the Harrytwinkle movies, I'm not sure if they are entirely canon or not, for there are many Harrytwinkle accounts claiming to be the real Harry from TikTok. But we will just assume this is the real Harry, for he is the most popular. Also, the trailer to the first movie is made by Harry's TikTok account. But I don't want to get into that too much, for that can be another topic on its own. But for the movies, lots of lore gets revealed. There are currently only 2 out, so let's start with the first movie, simply titled Harrytwinkle, the movie. We start out this movie of a quick montage of an average day in Doomspire when our character Harry is introduced in a montage of him getting a win. After his win, Harry goes back to base where he finds out the noobs are advancing. This would be a good time to mention the noobs and what they are. They are an organization of people who keep dying to Harry in Doomspire, trying to defeat him. Anyways, Periwinkle, who told Harry that the noobs were advancing, and Harry fight off some noobs and run away to the Doomspires. At the Doomspires, we get a sick montage of the Twinkles taking down some towers, and both Awesome Thug Hunter and Harry Towman are introduced there. While they are at the Doomspires, the noobs have a meeting about how to defeat Harry. They throw around some ideas until they come to the conclusion that they could bring in a hacker to try and defeat Harry. This is where the big bad of the movie is introduced, being the hacker. The Twinkles wrap up their Doomspire session and then encounter the hacker. They defeat the hacker easily until he enters his final form, and we get the best fight of the movie. Eventually, the hackers get defeated, and the movie ends with a big celebration. Then we go straight on to movie number 2, The Fallen Spire. The movie starts with an eerie recap, and then again starts with a montage of the Twinkles dominating in Doomspire. We see what happened straight after the first movie with the Twinkles in a dance room, when suddenly evil Harry Twinkle enters, and Harry Jerry, the 5th addition to the group, shows up abruptly. Evil Harry takes it into his own hands and shoots Harry Towman, injuring him, then takes off. Harry Jerry is then the replacement for Towman for this movie, which I'm not sure how I feel about, but I will have to say Jerry brings a lot to the table. Now, with evil Harry gone, the Twinkles are set to get him. But they need some help, and this is where we are introduced to some side characters. This is where we meet Doom Twinkle, their assistant, to get evil Harry, and Bobucks Man, who offers his plane for the Twinkles. These are probably the most interesting characters, Doom Twinkle being more laid back than Harry, but also less evil than evil Harry, being the medium version of Harry, and Bobucks Man, who was adapted from Kaka v420. This is some art right here. We see Towman in the hospital injured, but still okay, which is a relief to say the least. After that, evil Harry starts flooding the city, only starting his evil plan. The Twinkles luckily make it to the Doomspires quick enough to avoid the flooding. But waiting at the Doomspires is evil Harry in all his glory. They have a big fight, which results in most of the Twinkles getting flung and Perry trapped in a cage. With the twinkles out of his way, evil Harry can start a storm, which is probably the most cinematic thing in any of the movies. We cut back to Harry, who got trapped in a forest. Harry sets out to find the others and swims until he finds land. A montage happens, don't ask me why, it just does. Afterwards, Harry finds land, but instead of an island that you would want to find, he ends up in natural disaster survival. Which is ironic, because that's the gameplay. Harry waits the natural disaster out, and we cut back to the Doomspires, where Periwinkle finds out the top of the cage wasn't secure and gets out. Periwinkle sets out to find everyone else and decides to swim through the flood evil Harry made. Harry makes it to the Doomspires, where he encounters evil Harry, and just like the first movie, the finale is at the Doomspires in true Harry fashion. But it seems everyone else made it to the Doomspires too, and they all blast evil Harry. And finally, the movie ends just like the first, with a celebration. The movies is where most of the lore is at, but what if I told you there was a TV show too? So let's talk about it. The Harrytwinkle Show is personally my favorite Harrytwinkle media. Despite it only having one episode, the cliffhanger and potential in this show is astounding. For this show, there is Harrytwinkle but Periwinkle, Awesome Thug Hunter, and Harry Toman are nowhere to be seen, but it instead focuses on less popular twinkles. Which is a decision I really like, because it shines light on underrated twinkles. Enough yapping about how much I like the first episode though, and let's get into the lore. The episode starts out with the intro, which is of course Harry winning in Doomspire to his own song. Then we cut to Harry and his friends Doomspire Pro, Dusseldorf, and Noobspire watching TV when Harry wants something to eat. Harry goes to the kitchen and whips up some hamburgers to give everyone. Harry goes to check on the TV to see if it is broken, and Dusseldorf chokes on his hamburger. Noobspire and Doomspire Pro see Dusseldorf choking on the floor and try to save him, but sadly Dusseldorf dies, making it the first time a twinkle permanently died. They decide, instead of calling 911, to instead hide Dussel's body in the upstairs bathtub. Then the cops show up due to a noise complaint, but Harry accidentally spills that he hid Dussel's body, causing the cop to check the house. The cop finds the body and they say it was just tummy troubles. But the cop doesn't believe, so they steal the cop car and drive to Doomspire Pro's house and put on disguises. They get busted, end up in jail, and the first episode ends there with a cliffhanger on how they might get out of jail. I am really interested to see more of this show, but that's all that's come out from it, so let's get into the next topic. This might be the most controversial topic due to many people believing this or that person is Harrytwinkle. But my thesis is that the Harrytwinkle that made the movies and show is the real one. Sure, there are accounts made back in 2014, but they most likely rebranded as Harry once he got popular. And plus, as I said before, the movie trailer is linked to Harry's TikTok account, which is the absolute real Harry. Now let's talk about Harry's music career. Harry's music was a big boost to his career. So much so he has a separate YouTube channel for it, with such hits like Brick by Brick and Kaboom. He releases music a lot, and is most likely coming up with an album. That's about it for his music career, so let's head to the outro. You just watched about 9 minutes worth of someone named Harrytwinkle. Goodbye, unnamed fanbase, and have a wonderful week.